Sup guys? Fuck. Hello. As you guys probably remember, a little while ago my account got hacked. And yeah, I lost all my stuff. And then the hacker got me banned on Hypixel, blah blah blah. And that video was like 2 weeks ago or something. And in that video I promised that I would make a new video on the next day discussing how I got hacked, how to protect yourself, blah blah blah. It's been like 14 days and the video still isn't there, so yeah, I lied. Because I don't really know what sort of background footage to use, I decided I'm gonna just be putting like GTA 5 background footage in the background. So enjoy, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna start with why everyone's getting hacked. Now, obviously there's the whole thing of obviously you get free stuff, sort of. So let's say I find someone's account and I get access to the account. I can take their stuff and I have all this stuff for free, which obviously skips the whole grinding aspect of the game. Now, people have reasons to do that. In my opinion, like, when the game is about grinding, doing that would just make you really bored of the game. I think most people agree with that. Like, if you just got everything for free instantly, that would defeat the whole point of the game. So, yeah, I don't think many people actually do it just because they want stuff for themselves. There's a lot of the bigger picture there, and obviously if it wouldn't be as big of an issue if the whole IRL trading sort of black market of the game didn't exist. So, if you guys don't know, there are countless, like, at least 20 major IRL trading discords with, like, close to, I think there's some that are upwards of 10,000 members. And it's just dedicated to IRL trading and things like that, so they will sell, like, I don't know what the rates are, but it's gonna be, like, $100 for 50 more coins or something stupid like that. And, surprisingly, a lot of people actually buy that. Like, a lot. And there's a few things that contribute to the fact that so many people do it. Firstly, it's the fact that some people just don't even know it's not allowed, since there are no rules in this. That's another thing with, like, the whole thing where there's, like, no proper Skyblock rules, which is kind of an issue, but I'm not going to go into that now. The other thing is, most of the time people don't get banned for it. If you buy something for IRL, if you IRL trade something, you're not going to get banned. Because right now the staff isn't doing much to stop it. To be fair, the admins shouldn't have to, because it's not the admin's job to do that. The admins are there, they're getting paid to make the game. So it should be, like, down to the moderators or down to extra staff who's being hired, but that extra staff doesn't exist, and moderators don't need to do it, so they often don't. Nothing against the staff team for that, but, like, I think that's sort of the thing that Sam needs to think about. The support team should, like, they should definitely look into that. Because the main reason why there are so many people hacking accounts is because they can sell this stuff for real life money and make a lot of real life money off this. Like, the stuff that I had was probably worth around 300 million coins, including the coins themselves, and that would have sold for, like, a good couple hundred. Like, my Midas sword worth, like, it was a normal Midas, 50 more Midas, 7 Anvil uses, all the level 6, all the, like, high tier enchants. It was just nothing really too special, just a Midas sword. Sold for $140 fucking dollars. Like, what? Who would pay that? And then you realise, well, there are enough people to pay that because there are fucking entire discords of tons of people doing this every day. And yeah, that's why they hack the accounts, because when they see, especially with this, like, they often especially hack the better accounts, people with, like, at least a dragon set, something that's worth, like, at least 25 more to make it worth their time. And when they see people like me with, like, 250, 300 million of stuff, it's like easy target, free stuff, loads of free money. So they obviously do that over and over again, and they make, like, in the thousands and thousands of real life dollars, which is kind of fucked. Now, then there's the next thing. How do they actually get into the accounts? And there's a lot to it. So there's obviously many ways to hack into any account. Whether it's using a keylogger, like, most things have something to do with getting something onto your computer. Although there is also the whole thing where, like, sometimes if your password is just really bad, then you just guess it or, like, brute force it. However, in my case, my password was pretty good, and, like, it's like, there's a point where brute forcing it really isn't feasible, and there has to be something else done. And that something else is either using a keylogger, an exploit, or something else. Now, the thing is, right, it's pretty hard to, like, protect yourself from this stuff, especially when you're getting targeted directly. But there are a couple of things you can do. So firstly is it's weird saying this because I'm a YouTuber and I make money from YouTube, and like if you guys use ad blockers, I don't get money. So if you have an ad blocker on and you watch my video or any other YouTuber's video, the YouTuber doesn't get money for that view, so they lose out, obviously. So I would definitely recommend that you get an ad blocker for other websites, especially the shady ones, and you turn the ad blocker off for sites like YouTube and anything else that you think like that you want to support. So for YouTube, turn it off because YouTube will be safe. You're not going to get a virus from adverts on YouTube because it's obviously a much bigger website. You probably won't. I can't confirm that, but you probably won't. Now the next thing is keeping yourself on the low. So as a YouTuber, I can't really do that because whatever I do, everyone's going to see what my stuff is, and I'm also, even without my items, like even not regarding my items, YouTubers are targets because of the fact that they're YouTubers. Because if you hack a YouTuber, you get exposure. So there's not really much I can do, but there is a lot you guys can do. So firstly, turn your API off. Turn your inventory API off, turn your banking API off, turn all that stuff off, because what they'll do is they'll like look at your account first and try to see if it's worth hacking you. Because if they see that you have like Ender armor, they're not going to bother. They're going to go for someone else. But if they see that you have superior armor and a Midas, they're going to go for you. So turn your API off, and every time you log off, take your armor off, because they can see your armor even if your API is off. So yeah, it's tough to do, but it's definitely worth it. To like try to keep the chances of this happening to you low. Now there is also an exploit. I'm not going to go into too much detail on it simply because I don't want everyone to know about it, because then people are going to take advantage of it. What I am going to say, now a couple of these things are kind of a given. Don't click anyone's links. Don't, like, if somebody sends you a link on Discord, you've never seen them before, don't click it. Get like a VM. You can use something like VMware. I might link a video in the description, or Google it. Like, you can make a VM and it will like be a mini computer inside your computer, and don't log on to anything in that VM. Open it there, check if it's safe. Then you can do it on your main like PC. Stuff like that. And like if it's just some random person telling you can you download this, it's a bit suspicious, just leave it. Also, like, I would recommend changing your password every single week and using a long ass password, and don't keep it in like your password manager. Put it on paper, write it down with pen and paper, and put it on in your desk somewhere. Because if you lose your paper, it's not the end of the world. You can still reset the password, and it's a lot like no one's gonna hack into your paper. So write it down and make it be really long. Like I thought mine was long, but just to be safe, make it like 20 characters long. At the end of the day, how often do you actually have to log into your account? It's like never. Like really rarely do you actually have to put in your password. So it's better to just be safe and make it really long and change it very often. Like weekly, monthly at the is the worst. So yeah. Now unfortunately there isn't really much else you can do apart from try to like be careful. I mean, obviously like basic security things like do virus scans. Obviously if there's a virus on your computer, they're probably gonna get access to all your shit as well. So do virus scans. And yeah, just like there isn't really much I can say here apart from like the general safety things. Like general safety tips. There's not really much I can say. Most of these things are either through exploits that either exploits or just like keylogging, and both of those things happen by people getting programs or software or scripts onto your computer that will either grab or like get some special parts, some files and info, or just keylog what you're typing in. In terms of how many people are getting hacked, unfortunately it doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. And there are like a lot of people getting hacked every day. And yeah, it really sucks. Now, it seems that it's going to be really hard for Hypixel to take down the whole RL trading community, even if they wanted to. There's the two solutions for this would be firstly for Mojang to fix the exploits, and I'm gonna get into that, but I'm not gonna like explain the exploits on video because everyone's gonna know how you do it and stuff. But for Mojang to fix the many exploits in the launcher, or for Hypixel to add 2FA. Now, obviously, using 2FA would be a bit complicated, but if they're watching this, and I've already like suggested this to them directly as well, how this would work. So right now, staff already have 2FA, so the admins already have a system where when they log on, they have to put a second password in that's separate from the Minecraft password. Thing is, if they forget that password, it's not the end of the world. They can just ask another admin in like a voice chat. The problem is, if they release this to the public, they're going to have to add a way to reset the password, which is going to be difficult because it's not like a normal service. However, what I think would work is by linking it to the forums. Now, obviously, not everyone has a forums account, but like 2FA thing wouldn't be like mandatory thing when you log in. It will be like an option, and if you want to do it, then you can do it. So you need a forum account, and like you can use something like Google Authenticator. So if you don't know, if you guys have Steam, you probably know how like on your phone you can have the app, and like you can use a phone to get a code and stuff. Google Authenticator is like the same thing, but it works for like websites can use Google Authenticator on their own website. Like Aegis could use that, and that'll be really good, or something like that, because that will definitely help. And that's how you would reset the password. And in terms of entering the password, when you log onto onto Hypixel, you get put into like a limbo lobby, and you can't do anything until you put like your second password in. That'll help a lot because it means first of all the launcher exploits that I slightly mentioned wouldn't work. It also means an extra level of security, so like just guessing password, like brute forcing it wouldn't work in this case, and so on. So that would definitely help with a lot of situations, with a lot of things. If they don't add it to the public, they need to at least give it to YouTube ranks. But yeah, that's pretty much wrapped it up with like the important stuff. To quickly say about this channel, nothing's really gonna happen. Like, I might upload one more video before I get unbanned, but there's only like 14 days until I get unbanned, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's gonna be kind of soon. Now, once I do get unbanned, I'm gonna probably stream and beg you guys for free stuff or some shit. Once I get unbanned, no more Skyblock content is gonna come back. I might make a Dungeons related video first, like within the next week or so. But yeah, I've just been taking a break for myself. If you guys are wondering how I'm doing pretty okay. Like, it's not even that bad. I mean, it sucks, but it's nice to have a break, because I was so burnt out of this game, of Skyblock, that like, I was so addicted to it that I really had to play it all the time. I really wanted to play it, but I was just sitting there, like, getting bored of just doing Slayers and like Enderman every day. So this break is definitely gonna help, because once I come back, it's gonna be a lot more fun. I'm not gonna be sitting there bored, like with my head exploding, because I'm so bored. So it also sucks that I have to get all my stuff and that I lost all my things. But it's not the end of the world. So yeah. Anyway, that's gonna end it for this video. I'm gonna leave a link to my Discord as well in the description, and yeah, you guys can talk to me there. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I can't really think of a good reason, but just it boosts my ego a lot. So just do it. Thanks. Goodbye.